Hello guys and welcome to my new video. While it's unknown meta taking over, toy decks are all over the place and I have 4 different toy decks to play with. And the last one might surprise you because it's a real meta contender. If you want to dive deeper into While it's unknown decks and gameplay, don't forget to subscribe, and now have fun, let's go. So the first deck today, Amber Emerald Toy Box. I haven't changed much from my initial week 1 list, but I found Strange Things isn't doing much, so I added Buzz Lightyear to the mix, the 2-drop character, and the rest is pretty much standard yellow-green toy deck. We have the 2-cost ramp with Ham and Grandmother Willow. We have some discard options with Mowgli and Lenny. And the rest, yeah, it's pretty much cowboy and toy stuff. Alien is such a good card because it gets +1 strength for each other character you have in play. And when it gets banished, you can get an alien card back from a discard to your hand, so you can play it over and over again. The card draw with this color combo is insane. Woody is drawing lots of cards. We have Snowboarder Stitch, we have Jessie in the mix, and of course, You've Got a Friend in Me. With so many toy cards in this deck, almost entirely toy cards, you have pretty high chance to hit 2 cards every time you play You've Got a Friend in Me. So you don't want to miss this card. And yeah, basic game plan here is just spam the board, quest out, protect your board with Rex Bodyguard, gain a lore when he gets banished, and yeah, that's basically it. And What's also good is this deck transfers very well into the upcoming set rotation with the 13 in the summer. So only new cards in this deck. And if you want to copy it, you will find a link to the deck page in the video description below. And we go on to the next toy deck I prepared for you today. Red and yellow Sid's toy box. And guys, I gotta tell you, this color combo, I fell in love with it in the last set. It's taken off. It's so good, and I think it's one of the best toy decks you can play right now. Also here, not many changes from my week 1 initial day list. I just played around with the numbers a little bit. I reduced the number of baby head and added a 4th headless horseman because of all the tail decks running around. Headless horseman is really needed and really good against them. Other than that, Sid Phillips, this card is bonkers broken. Because of all the toy decks being played right now, Sid Phillips' ability not only counts for your toys being banished, also for all the opposing toys being banished during your turn. You gain 2 lore, and that's insane. I had turns where I gained like 10 or 12 lore with only banishing like 2 or 3 cards. It was just huge. Card draw is very good. The only problem here is the uninkable count. We have 15 uninkables. Sometimes you run into the issue having only high cost uninkable cards in your hand. But like I said, card draw is very good with Jessie, Woody, You've Got a Friend in Me, and also Candy Drift draws you a card. And if you have Baby Head on board, your card draw engine is on and running. So this deck is really strong against most of the meta decks. I don't really have a problem against a great variety of decks. I definitely recommend get hands on Sid Phillips right now. It's very cheap to get on a second market. Buy your playset and sleeve this yellow-red toy deck in and test it for yourself. If you want to copy this list, you will find it in the video description below. Of course, I get inspiration from other Discord channels, other YouTube videos. I think Humble is working on a red-yellow toy guide right now. Check out his Metafy page or scroll through different Discord channels to find his guide on red-yellow toys. But I think the game plan is pretty easy. Spam the board, wait until you have Sid Phillips on board, and then start sacrificing your toys, start questing, start banishing, and yeah, you just win the game from there when Sid Phillips is on board. If you want to copy it, you'll find the link to the video description. And yeah, we go on to the next toy deck I have for you in my toy box. So red and green is a very underrated color combo, and I think it's the weakest toy deck you can play right now, but it's also a lot of fun. Half of the deck consists of 1 and 2 drop characters. I also included Jingle Joe as a 4-off because when one of your toy characters gets banished, you can give one of your other characters evasive until the start of your next turn, which can be really strong against some evasive deck lists. For example, giving Ducky or Sid Phillips evasive can be really, really strong. I also added the Pizza Planet location. It's a 2-cost inkable location, 2 movement cost, 7 willpower, it has 1 lore, and all your toy characters can move there for free. So you can basically just move all your toy characters there, and when they're getting challenged while there, your opponent loses a lore. So you can constantly drain the lore from your opponent and gain lore yourself with banishing your own toy characters. That's also the reason I included 2 copies of the Claw. It's an item, 4-cost uninkable, and if you pay 2 ink and exert it, you can banish one of your characters, which most likely is a toy character, to have a payoff with Sid Phillips on board, and you can send one character back to its player's hand. So you can send an opposing character back to his hand or one of your other characters, which can be really strong to play it again. So this color combination is actually a lot of fun. I like it, and in testing it was okayish against most of the decks out there right now. But if you want to play toy decks and want to test out all the color combinations possible, this red-green toy deck is for you. If you want to copy it, you will find a link in the video description below. And we jump or fly to the last deck I prepared for you today. Amber Steel, but with toys. And I gotta tell you guys, this deck is insanely strong. I took the core from last set, Amber Steel, added all the cool Amber toy cards, and they fit perfectly into this deck. The draw is insane. We have Doc, we have Jessie, we have Nani, we have Snowboarder Stitch, we have the legendary Woody, we have You've Got a Friend in Me, and with all the toy cards, the chance of hitting at least one toy card is pretty high, and you can also draw 2 with You've Got a Friend in Me. This deck is insane. You basically go Woody into Bullseye, into Shift Woody, singing something with Bullseye, dropping another character, and you can protect your board with Chief Powhatan. Use Angel as secondary damage card besides Strength of a Raging Fire. And yeah guys, this deck is just awesome. It wrecks most of the decks out there. You can go insanely wide in short amount of time, drop multiple characters in a turn with all the cost reduction we run in this build. Grandmother Willow, you can play Bullseye for only 2 ink if you have Jessie or Woody on board. You have a Kuda and Moody, reducing the cost of your next character for 2. It's insane. Like I said, the draw is insane. And yeah, this deck is just so good. If you want to play, I really highly recommend, if you want to play toys, this deck is for you. It's a meta contender and it can handle most of the decks out there pretty easy, and you never underestimate this deck. If you want to copy it in this version, you will find a link in the video description below. And I also, as an extra, I prepared a little variance of this color combination. Let's have a look at it. I basically changed only 2 cards. I swapped Grandmother Willow for Ham, which reduces the uninkable counts, and I changed Snowboarder Stitch for the 4-cost Woody, also drawing you a card. And what this does is, besides Doc, this deck transitions well also into the next rotation. We just need to get a 2-drop card drawing us cards or another card draw option, and then you can take this core of the deck and transition into the next set. Also, this deck is insanely fun. What the inclusion of Ham and Woody does is, You've Got a Friend in Me is very, very likely a hit 2 always, because we almost only run like toy cards in the deck, and adding 7 more to the mix is even better. We have less uninkables, so the chance of running into like a prick hand is reduced. But I like the deck. I like both variants of Amber Steel toys. This is like the full steel toy build. If you want to copy it, you will also find a link in the video description to this deck. And yeah, that's it for today. If you like those decks and you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do so. Like the video, comment, and we are testing quite a lot at home, so end of the week there will be a gameplay video coming out to find out which toy deck is the best. So stay tuned if you want to find out which deck will win. Thanks for watching, see you next time, Flokki.